start.
What's up, fam? Hope this message finds you all well and in good spirits. Well, today is a great video because we have right here a 2018 EcoBoost Mustang, and over here is, of course, the one I purchased a couple months ago, a 2018 Mustang GT. What's the main difference between these two? Obviously the engine, the V8 and the 4-cylinder, but that's where it ends. This has every option you can get from Ford besides active exhaust, and this also has something over me. This right here doesn't have the Magna Ride. This does. This also has a new 10-speed automatic, which a lot of people know was co-developed with Chevy. That's also in the Chevy Camaro ZL1, basically supercar for Chevy Camaros. And this is right here in this EcoBoost variant. Okay, and then now to take you around the cars for a second, to the naked eye, of course, excuse the snow, you could see that it looks exactly the same. You still have the hood scoops here, the heat extractors. You get the heat extractors here as well. You still get the same fog lights and the beautiful lightscapes here. Beautifully done. The grille is subtly different. The grille has the little fangs on the GT. Here you get the regular Mustang running horse. Same bottom grille. So as you can see, to the untrained eye, looks exactly the same. Of course, the fenders are is where the story kind of tells a little difference. Then you look at the GTs. You have the Brembo brakes, the Michelin Pilot Super Sport tires. This here, you have the standard GT brakes on the performance pack and the Pirelli tires. I'm actually a bigger fan of these, the look of these rims compared to these. These have been on the 15 through 17, so they're kind of, you know, they're a little dated, but they're still good looking. But I really prefer the way this looks. This particular EcoBoost has the performance pack spoiler, which I do not. I had the way it was spec'd out, we had a spoiler delete, and then of course you can see that this has dual exhaust, but not dual tip. So, and you can also notice there's just a little bit of a higher ride height to the EcoBoost than the Mustang GT performance pack. It has things like, again, high-end cars had this. It has the blind spot monitoring. Of course, we talked about it. You can see up there, adaptive cruise control. It slows down and picks up speed and keeps you in the lane departure warning. And this color, this looks really good on this fastback profile. Let's hear what this bad boy sounds like. I remember that sound. Let's pop the hood up. Okay, cool. So you do get the this looks so, I know this engine like the back of my hand, more or less, because all that work I used to do on it. But yeah, let me see if I can open mine up. You can take a look at the difference. Yeah, mine's filthy, so I'm gonna get a lot of comments like this. I have the hood struts. You can let it up.
Yeah, I saw it.
So yeah, here, and then we have the EcoBoost. How much horsepower has this got now? Is it 320? All right, I think they bumped it up a little bit, but you can see the amount of room that you have in the EcoBoost compared to the new GT. 300, so they bumped it 10 horsepower, and I'm excited to drive this because, again, this has two things: adaptive cruise control, Magna Ride, yeah, and this has a 10-speed automatic with the EcoBoost, which I'm excited to drive with. So, and this color is a magnetic gray.
Yes, magnetic gray.
That is actually, is that the same color on the Shelby that we drove a couple months ago?
Yeah, we still have it here.
Yeah. So as you can see, if you're cross shopping an EcoBoost or a 5.0, the normal person's not gonna know the difference unless they see the 5.0 badge. But everything kind of, let me zoom out a little bit. You can see it's basically the same. Same look. Just the only significant thing on the exterior is the badge on the fender, is the 5.0 badge. Everything else looks great. These cars are no slouches. I mean, I hate to keep saying it, but you know, I know better than most people, because you know I had that car like forever. This is the performance pack spoiler, which I didn't get, but of course I had to spoil it. This looks pretty good. I thought in pictures it didn't look as cool.
Oh, it looks very nice. I mean, you can't really tell it unless you know what you're looking for. You can't really tell it's a EcoBoost.
No, exactly. I think that's a cool thing. Okay, 355. It has a 10-speed automatic, right? So we also got the 355 gears. That's cruise. So this car has basically everything. I see this had manual ride. I don't have that. I wish I had that.
Open valves.
This car, EcoBoost, has basically everything, and my GT has, except for I have a V8. This is a turbo. Obviously, if you are on the channel, know I've had the EcoBoost Mustang before for over 2.5 years, and I love this car. So we're here to see if there's any difference about, you know. Now I know you're gonna say that was a little unfair, because I do have an X-pipe, and comparing an EcoBoost exhaust to a GT exhaust is kind of like not fair. For some people, that makes a difference between buying an EcoBoost or a GT. We'll rev this up too. And some people don't, like, listen, if you're older or even younger and you're not into like ripping your head off with sound, you want a nice comfortable ride that you look really nice doing it. And you can always upgrade these with aftermarket exhaust, even from Ford, to make it open up, get that turbo whistle in there, make it sound good. Remember, these EcoBoost Mustangs are like resonated out too. Thank you, brother. So just, you know, this is also for the, this car is not just for the V8 muscle crowd. This is for the crowds that like the Honda Civics, Subaru WRXs. Everyone says 4-cylinder Mustang. It's a turbo 4. Okay, vehicle on.
I can't wait to see when you actually supercharge it.
There it goes. Okay, it's all there. Okay, first time in a 2018 EcoBoost Mustang. All right, let's adjust the seats so I don't look, I'm all the way down in East Jabib. Just to show you, this is so new. Like, look at all the plastics up here. Now, one of the things I can tell you right now is that you can feel immediately how much lighter it is than the GT. It's a couple 100 pounds lighter on the front end of the nose compared to the Mustang GT. This weather's sucked lately.
It does.
Whew. All the creature comforts. Heated steering wheel, heated cool seats, sync, same thing. Of course, this is about $10,000 to $15,000 cheaper because the Mustang, the third generation Coyote, which actually won awards 10 best engines just recently, is not in this car. But again, the benefits are you save on gas, insurance, Your miles per gallon will be amazing. It feels lighter, more nimble.
All the other ones, like they'll take you a little before.
Okay. All right, let's see. This is pretty good, I think. It's okay to start. All right, not bad, not bad. So we got 6.5 seconds. I want to say it's more like 5.5 seconds because of the road conditions and the wheel slippage. But this is definitely a probably 5 second to 60 car. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it is.
Definitely 5 seconds to 60.
Yeah, the roads were a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. We had it in Sport. We had it in Sport Plus. So we were in the right modes. So, wait, was I in the right mode? Stupid! This Magna Ride is pretty good. It's a lot more, it feels a lot more planted. They like to say that it's thinking like 1,000 times a second or how many times a second, but you could feel it. You could feel the car. It's floating, but it feels planted at the same time. So again, the Magna Ride is something that's in the Shelby GT350 and has made its way to the entry-level Mustang in the EcoBoost. Straight ahead. And just do some little turns. It feels super tight. I think you can autocross this. If you're the kind of person who maybe doesn't care about the drag strip but likes to do the twisties and likes canyon roads and going to autocrosses, this could be the car for you. Yeah, I'm really impressed with this. Jesus is lucky they didn't have a 2018 EcoBoost because I would have got a $10,000 cheaper car. But, you know, I had the EcoBoost and I wanted the GT. But if you're, again, if you're in the market and you're deciding GT or EcoBoost, I would tell you it depends on the context of your situation. If you're worried about insurance, your daily driver gas, or if you just don't want a GT, you're tired of the same old, you want some new technology, that's okay. Go with the EcoBoost. Okay, so just to wrap up this driving review of the 2018 Mustang EcoBoost, really a big fan of it. Obviously, I used to have one, hence the name of the channel, EcoBeast, because that's how I started doing YouTube videos, was based off my 2015 Mustang EcoBoost. Obviously, this is a totally different transmission than what I have. It's got the 10-speed, which is what I have in my new GT. It has all the options that I have. But it does have something over me, which is a Magna Ride, and I really enjoyed driving the Magna Ride. It feels planted. The difference between the GT, obviously it's lighter. It's a little torquier. Obviously it gets way, way better gas mileage. And depending on your age, a lot of people who in the 18 to 25-year-old range, you'll save a lot on insurance or premiums because of the way insurance rates you based off your age. So if you want the new Mustang, you want the looks, but some people's payments are cheaper than their car insurance, definitely get this. And if you're even in the age bracket that I'm in, 25 to 34-year-olds, you can still get this as your daily driver because, again, you save on the gas and it's still fast. You can actually tune these to be just as fast as a stock GT. Maybe the 15 through 17. I don't know about the 18s because the 18s are pretty crazy. But the way the new 18s are, the EcoBoost, the GT, they are just, you can't go wrong. And this is a very comfortable car. You want a little bit more sound. My biggest favorite thing to do on these cars is the cheapest mod you can think of. That's a muffler delete. Take those mufflers off. You get a nice turbo sound. You take off the little valve. You have the little turbo blow off, and it sounds just as good as not just as good as the GT, but it sounds just as good as any Turbo 4 out there. All right, y'all. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you appreciate it, if you'd like and subscribe, and if you don't like it, then just hit the unlike button twice. All right, y'all. It never ends. Peace. What's up, guys? We out here again with Jesus.
Definitely.
John Kennedy Ford. If you remember, we got the 2018 Mustang GT a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago actually.
Yeah, it's
and
2 months. I think.
2 months ago.
2 months.
Time flies, but